Is our next contestant ready? Okay, number 3 from Vancouver. The company is Routique. Please welcome Mike Allen to the stage. Mike.
Thank you. Thanks again. Good to see you once again. Hello, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for coming. So my name is Mike Allen. I am president of Routique, and we make supply chains seamless. Why is that important? Well, retail stores are closing at a rapid rate. We're seeing a trend and shift in the market that is really compelling, and that is because the new competitive advantage is supply chain efficiency. The problem is traditional supply chains are broken. Breaks in the links between partners create higher costs and higher friction, which makes those supply chains less competitive with e-commerce models. Amazon's found a way around this by doing an end run to the consumers, increasing efficiency and setting the bar almost impossibly high for everybody else in the industry. That one's for you, Ashish. E-commerce is only 7% of the market, so we still have to deal with the other 93%, and that's where we come in. We repair those broken links in old school traditional supply chains, decreasing costs and increasing efficiency, making them more competitive. Our end-to-end order system manages every aspect of the order life cycle from beginning to end, driving down costs along the way. And our IoT-based vehicle tracking platform handles route optimization, cold chain compliance, fleet management, again, driving costs down. So our software plus our hardware plus our managed service and support can actually be had for the price of a daily latte. So pretty compelling offering. We've done nearly $240 million through the system in the last year, saved our customers 37% on average, and saved some driving distance, fuel consumption, carbon emissions, and paper in the meantime. So we've actually doubled our revenue and our headcount year over year, roughly, and we see that trend continuing. We think that's all great news for ourselves in the Buffalo market, the contribution we can make. And speaking of Buffalo, we're smack dab in the middle of a $700 billion supply chain software market, right exactly where we want to be, stone's throw from an enormous amount of customers. Our team is ready and willing, our bags are packed, and we're ready to go. We have the team, we have the traction, and we have the technology, and all we need is for you to say yes. Thank you.
You guys are good.
3 seconds.
That's impressive. All right. Okay, who's kicking it off?
I guess probably I should. I guess my question would just be is, and this is not to promote Amazon, but with FBA, we do all of that and we drive customers. So why is your solution better?
Yeah, we're predominantly working with large manufacturers who still have those dedicated retail chains. So we're not going to consumer. That's not our model. We're still trying to drive product through the retail store. Amazon, for example, the purchase of Whole Foods show that there's still a market for that traditional retail experience, especially in food service. So we're really trying to help those customers still have that option to go through the different suppliers that they go through now and give those consumers that level of choice.
So what companies would the audience recognize, would we recognize?
So Nestle's our largest customer. We also work with other dairy companies like Parmalat, Aggie Pure, Arctic Glacier. We can deliver anything essentially through our system, but the value proposition is more compelling when the product is perishable. So another sort of point of difference, right? When the product can be destroyed or damaged in transit and someone has to be held accountable, the value proposition goes up.
I see.
Yeah.
Troy, you have a question?
Yeah, it feels like it's a crowded space. What would you say your USP is? Like, what's your unique selling proposition?
It's absolutely not myself and our developers. It's my partner, Scott. We always say our software was born in a warehouse and raised in a truck. We had, Coca-Cola, Nestle, and Parmalat looking over our shoulders from almost the day we started this thing. We built it for ourselves, and they were the ones that sort of pushed us to bring it to market. So our unique proposition is the fact that it is tailor-made for this industry and this industry only. We're not a courier solution. We're not a direct competitor to sort of general freight and brokerage and that kind of thing. We really fit a specific niche.
Thank you.
Deb.
When you think about the future and exiting this investment for making bazillions for 43North, do you think about it as a public company, or do you think it as a company that becomes acquired by a larger player?
Yeah, and IPO is a possibility. There's also the possibility on the software side. We integrate nicely with a couple of the larger players in the space. There's companies like SAP in there. We certainly think it's a possibility to get at least partially or fully taken out by one of our customers. We're starting to go global with some of our bigger customers. They haven't asked for that yet, but we feel like that will come at some point. If we help control enough of their market, they may come calling. So there's different possible exits for us. But The manufacturing side, we feel like is a pretty strong possibility given where we're at right now.
Chris, you got a question. You got a question or no?
Yeah, I mean, as the map guy, and you have route or route in your name, tell me about that IP and how unique is it in terms of getting the efficiencies you get, and how much can be replicated when Amazon decides to
Take it
ship all your customers?
Yeah, so all of our algorithms, that's a hard word to say, are proprietary. We've got a bunch of different partners that have worked on it with us, but we have that capacity in-house as well. So we actually have an astrophysicist on our team that's been doing big data, stellar spectroscopy, and all, a lot of math experts. But our windows are different than the typical. So we've got, a Walmart that has to be delivered between this time. We've got a school that has to be delivered between this time. We've got static routes and dynamic routes. We've got different products with different cold chain requirements. So ice cream, lettuce on the same truck. We're much more sort of geared towards servicing that niche than that general market, and I think we do it very well based on our traction.
Is your IP protected at all?
We've done patent searches, but we haven't done patent filings. The vehicle brain is new, so the hardware is new. The software's been in market since literally the day we opened. When we did the searches, the lawyers came back and said, like, the hybrid hardware-software configuration is actually probably a stronger case, and it's expensive, so we just thought we'd wait.
Okay, we're going to have to end it there. Nice job.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, we appreciate it.
I'm sure that's exactly what they did.
Are we ready?